Hi everyone, welcome once back again to my channel. It's me, Josephine Eshon, and on this channel I talk about personal finance, I talk about lifestyle, I talk about education, I talk about empowerment, I talk about encouragement, and anything else my subscribers ask for, I will most likely talk about it. First of all, I hope you guys are doing very well. We are starting our summer, so hopefully this summer you guys get to take a vacation somewhere else and enjoy. I know I definitely plan to take a vacation because child, we all need it. After this whole pandemic thing, we all need it. But anyways, let's move on. So I am back today to talk about a topic that I'm very passionate about and a topic that has actually shaped me for who I am today. And the topic is basically why it's so important for us immigrants not to play around with our personal finance. Why it's so important for us immigrants to not play around with our personal finance. So before I get right into it, I would like to tell you guys a background about myself. So I'm Josephine Eshon. I was born in Ghana, but then I moved here when I was younger, and I've been in America ever since then. After being in America for 7 years, I have realized a lot about Africans, especially immigrants. So I want this video to target immigrants, but I have noticed a lot about us immigrants, and that is that we do not take our personal finance serious, okay? We do not push for it to learn about investment. We don't learn about credit, all the things that make us who we are as a person. And I feel like part of the reason why we don't strive to learn about it is that, one, we don't actually know about it. Two, we don't try to seek it out. And three, all of our mindset is just like trying to make some money so we can send it back home to our family. And that is great. But at the end of the day, if we come here, we have to be successful. So the first reason why I feel like us immigrants should really not play around with our personal finance is that, number one, we are both most of us are coming out of a place of nothing. What do I mean by nothing? One, it could be that your parents really didn't have anything back home, and then when they came here, they had to struggle to build a life. Or it could be two, where maybe your parents had money, your family had something, but then they moved here, and since they moved here, they really didn't have anything, right? And they have to start off scratch. But compared to the other Americans who have been living here, they have houses, they have cars, they have investments, accounts, all those things. So we are really coming from nothing. And since we are coming from a place of nothing, it's really important for us to get our personal finance in order, because all of that stuff, our personal finance, will shape us for who we are. It will really, open doors for our lives that we didn't really think it was possible. So that's the first reason why I feel like us immigrants, it's really important for us not to play with our personal finance. Two, I think another reason why I feel like as immigrants that we shouldn't really play around with our personal finance is that most of the times our parents don't have much. Our parents didn't leave us anything, right? Like most Americans, they're fortunate enough that their parents or their grandparents will leave a few things, with a house, a car, some kind of money to help them start off life. But for us immigrants, or in this case Africans, our parents didn't do that. And why? Because we weren't taught that, right? We weren't taught to leave money, leave things for your children so they can start off life with that, right? So we didn't have that. So that's also another thing that's really limiting us. And this is, again, go into explain why our personal finance is very important and why we should not play around with our personal finance. The third reason why I feel like us immigrants should not play around with our personal finance is that we want to make something out of ourselves so we can leave money, generational wealth for our children. Because I feel like if we have came to this country, we have struggled, went to school, or work these other jobs, it's really important for us to really make something out of ourselves. And part of the reason how we can make something out about ourselves is by making sure our personal finance is really in order. Like when we save money, we not only just save money in a regular bank account, but we put money into investment accounts. We put money into the stock market, all these other avenues to help us generate wealth and build wealth for our kids, ourselves, and our generations to come. The fourth reason why I feel like us immigrants should really not play around with our personal finance, that we need to show to other immigrants, we need to show to Americans, we need to show to wherever you are, whatever country you're currently located at, that us immigrants can actually be successful in life. Because I feel like there's a notion is that we immigrants will come in and we will work these labor intensive jobs and afterwards we will go back home. And that is not true. That is not true. That is not what we want. We want to come here, be successful, build wealth, and all that stuff. And our personal finance, again, is really important, because sometimes I always tell my sisters that just because you're making 40K a year doesn't mean you have to live live like you are making 40K per year. You can live on 20K a year. Use the other 20K to start businesses, do investments, all that other stuff that would generate money for you. And then the last reason I feel like us immigrants should not really play with our personal finance is that it's important for us to be successful so that we can help our mother country. If you're from Ghana, it's important for you to be successful so you can help other Ghanaians who are back in Ghana. If you're Nigerian, so it can be important for you to help other Nigerians who are back in Nigeria or wherever you are from. It's really important for us to be successful, take care of our money that we are making, because we are working a lot of jobs. Some of us are making working 3 or 4 jobs, and we need to be saving some of that money and doing something with that money so that we can help other people. After all, we struggled and came here, and we are working all these jobs, and we are putting ourselves up in this high intensive environment, and we need to have something to show for our labor. So if any of these things you really like, any of this topic, any of the things I talked about, please don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.